What about the personal relationship that you build with people on social media? So, like your followers. Yeah. Is it about keeping in touch with them every day, or how does it work? How do you keep it really personal and intimate?
It kind of so
that's big.
It's big. It's big because once again. You get those people that reach out and say, wow, I really needed this today, or wow, that looks really cool, or I'll give you a most recent example. We were doing Honda Drive, which was a live podcast we were doing on Facebook.
Yeah, I remember the pilot.
On Wednesday.
The pilot, right? Yeah, on the pilot.
And we did it on every model in the store, and we had this woman, Nancy Cohen, that just kept tuning in, and she just loved it, and she said, you know what? I'm going to come buy a car. Wow. And she came to buy a car from Chris Gonzalez, from David, from Saad, from the people that were on. And it wasn't about the dealership, but who benefited. Right. The dealership, us, we built a relationship. So we actually brought this woman to the dealership when she picked up her car, and we live streamed the entire process.
Wow.
And our goal was to get her out of there in an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah. But we were having so much fun that she was there for 5, 6, Yeah. And it's those things that make you feel great.
Yeah.
And it almost obligates you to have to show up again. How can I not be live tomorrow morning?
Right.
If I'm going through something or I feel that there's value I could provide and someone can benefit from it,
and that's what some people don't understand, right? Like you got to be able to feed it at the end of the day. You have to keep going at it, and it becomes momentum because you start just getting that momentum that you just have to create content and just put it out there. With me, it was more personal. Yeah. I wanted to show them what I'm doing at 5 in the morning and what I'm doing at 11 o'clock at night. I'm in the back of my car, whatever, just getting home or whatever. Like the whole 24-hour type of deal experience. And a lot of people can relate to that, believe it or not. Taking my kid to school, they're like, oh yeah, I just dropped off my kid. They'll DM me personally. I just dropped off my kid in school. That was cool. So those little things like that, I think people can relate to that person. It's like, you know what? Yeah, this guy, it's like me, right? Or he has the same struggles that I go through. And I share a lot of things with people online. Good, bad, or difference. It doesn't make a difference to me. It's people want to know the real you, right? Yeah. The real person.
And so I have a saying, right? It's like all the excuses that are out there of why someone can't do something. I mean, no one knows it more than you, right? You run a successful dealership. You have 2 stores. You have a family. You have El Patronn. You have a brand. You have Next Sale. You have all these other entities. Right. And someone might look at you and say, well, how does he do it? Well, let me show you. 5 a.m., 7 a.m., noon, 7 o'clock at night. Let's plan today for tomorrow, and it just becomes like, hey, look, if they can emulate some of the things you're doing, they can get there, and that's the roadmap, that most people need. And that's probably one of the greatest takeaways that I get from my viewers. It's like, wow, I needed that. Oh, this is amazing. How do you do it? Well, get the labels out. Get the excuses out of the way, because our excuses don't excuse us, and just do it.
It is scary, right? And at the beginning, that was the hardest thing for me to do, right? Just how do you put yourself out there and just share everything with the world? Yeah. It's scary. A lot of people are not willing to do that, Jill, and it's one of the hardest things that I overcame, and now it's who I am, right? And I tell my wife all the time, our lives are never going to be the same anymore, right? Because she gets recognized sometimes. Like, oh, I saw your wife. Your wife has white hair or whatever. I saw her.
That's right.
It's crazy.